Hi, welcome to Control and Compound with Darren Mitchell. I'm your host, and today we're going to give our monthly update for September 2022. Joining me today is Christina Wyatt, wealth coach at Control and Compound Financial. Christina, how are you?
Hey Darren, I am doing great. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. We get some great updates today. Let's start just with the easy ones, Christina. Everyone's talking about interest rates last number of months, where they're headed, how high are they going to go. Any update on interest rates for us? What's Bank of Canada up to?
Well, there's a lot of speculation out there, but we're not actually going to know anything for sure until this Wednesday. So, September 7th. If you're listening to this on our Monday update, it'll be this Wednesday, the 7th, that the Bank of Canada is going to come out with their next announcement on where rates are going. And there's definitely different ideas out there on if we're going to see a hike. A lot of people saying we're going to see the hike. We may stay where we are. Highly doubtful that we're going backwards at this point, but we will know a little bit more this Wednesday.
Okay. Yeah, I think the consensus is it's gonna still increase somewhat before it levels off and decreases. So I don't think all the rate hikes are over yet. And then inflation, the other topic everyone's talking about these days. Everything's more expensive at the grocery store. Every time you buy anything, fly anywhere, go anywhere, it's costing you more money. What's the update on inflation?
Well, one reason why people are thinking maybe that these interest rates might hold steady is because we have seen a little bit of a decrease in inflation. So this last month, we actually seen it go down to 7.6% from that 8.1%. So we're seeing a little bit of a relax on the inflation side. Still huge, right? We're definitely still feeling it. But we are seeing that little bit of a decrease out there.
Slight decrease, and I think that really is because all the governments are so efficient and effective in the policies. No, I'm just kidding. Uh, it was really just the price of gas came down in the past month enough that it actually impacted inflation. That's been one of the biggest drivers up, and we had a slight reduction in gas prices this month. So inflation went down, but again, I don't think that's going to go away anytime soon. I hope I'm wrong, but that's the inflation update. Industry-wise, we had some really interesting news just come out from one of the insurance companies, Manulife. Now, Manulife is obviously a very large organization. They've decided they're going to stop selling disability. So that really took us by surprise. So up till September 30th, they're going to accept applications, and I think it has to be issued by the end of the year, but no new applications after September 30th. So, that's a big deal in our industry when a major insurance company gets out of a product. Now, I don't know the inner workings of Manulife, why they got out of it. I know, critical illness, there was lots of companies talking about getting out of it because of the increased risk because of the guaranteed premiums. On the disability, on the individual side, you do kind of have guaranteed premiums. So if people start becoming disabled more, you can't go back and change those rates. They can be guaranteed for life. So I don't know if it's that. I don't know if it's just a marketing decision. But big news. It'll be interesting to see what the other insurance companies do in providing disability on a personal basis, because one less carrier out there. Let's hope there's not two or three less carriers. Then our options are going to be really limited.
Yeah, one thing to note on that is those that do have those disability policies with Manulife, you're not going to be impacted. They're still going to be servicing their in-force block. Those policies are in force just as you purchase them. So no alarms there for those that have their disability insurance with Manulife. Your product is still your product, but huge news. Like, I didn't see that when you sent me that
Yeah.
email over. I was like, whoa, I did not see that one coming. That one was a surprise for me as well.
Yeah, I can't think of a major insurance company getting out of a line of business like that in my time. Like be you know, it's huge, huge. So that's kind of big picture of the industry. That was probably the most exciting or our biggest news we had. What about that control and compound inner workings in our office? What's any update you can give us on that?
Well, we've been busy. We've been busy with that HubSpot transition that we talked about couple updates ago, we talked about how we were getting ready to implement. And August 1st, we made that switch over. So we switched everything over on August 1st to HubSpot. And I'll tell you, they've been really great to work with. Like, we have our own specialist there that has met with me once a week to make sure that our progress is tracking, that everything's set up for us. She's got our little task bars in there that we have to do each of our tasks to make sure that our projects are going well. Lots of organization. So one of my favorite things, organization. So it definitely has had its challenges. Obviously, it didn't happen exactly as we wanted. You got some bumps when you're moving over systems, but the support that we received on that side, I would recommend it. Like, we've been doing good, and we're, a few weeks in, a month or so into using it now, and so far so good. Like, we haven't had huge issues. We've had learning curves for sure, but we haven't had huge issues. People are still getting emails about our podcast, so that's a good thing, right? We're still getting our information out to clients and that, so no big hurdles, which has been great. So I think it's been going good.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, as like, I'm a big believer in, just do what you're good at. So when we had that transition over to HubSpot, that was a big change in our office. So I took that week off, and I was just assuming there'd be fires and I'd be getting phone calls in that, but it actually went pretty smooth. And what I like about it as an employer is it is just incredible for reports and being able to see, what's going on, what staff members are doing this week, how many appointments, what follow up. Just that, we never want to see a client get missed. When we say we're going to do something, we do it, and I love being able to just go in and see what are the tasks outstanding. What has, XYZ employee done or not done, or, great, you got everything on your task list done. So for me, you're more familiar with the inner workings, but the big picture, the kind of reporting and stuff, we're still learning that, but it's, I'm pretty excited. Transition, yeah, a little bump, but nothing compared to what, you would expect. So far, we're extremely pleased, and we'll keep you updated, but we're hoping in a few months we'll have just incredible reports that'll help us manage our business better and help employees, be more organized. The only other business thing I wanted to talk about is, we have a lot of business owner clients, a lot of real estate clients, a lot of clients in general, but the business owner clients, for months now have been saying it is impossible to try to find someone to hire. Just can't find the right people. And, you hear it, but then when you actually live it, it gets a little more real. And we currently are trying to hire one, maybe two different people in our administration department. And we literally can't find qualified people to do the role that we want. And like, we can't even get people to apply. And then, so we got to a point that we actually, we've hired a headhunting firm. And for you, those employers out there, if you're curious how they work, and again, I'm not saying they all work with like this, but we're associated with a major national player, and typically it's somewhere around 20 to 25% of first year salary is what you're going to pay, and there's usually some guarantees put in there. Like, if the employee doesn't last 6 months, then there's some kind of reimbursement, or you don't pay till then. I'm not sure the details. But I'll tell you, if you had asked me a year ago, you're going to spend 20% or 25% of the annual salary just to find someone to pay them to do the job, I would have said you're crazy. And you asked me today, because what it's costing our business by not having that employee, and they say you're going to have to pay 20 grand or 30 grand or whatever the number is in order to find someone. If they find someone, I am going to cut that check, and I'm going to be so happy for it, because it's the first time in my career that it's across the board, people struggling to find people. So I'm curious for listener or feedback on any other innovative ideas people are coming up with trying to attract people, because it's weekly that we're hearing clients can't find people to hire, and now we're in that same struggle. So we'll keep you posted on the headhunting or recruitment firm, I think is what they like to be called. But we'll keep you. We call them headhunters. We'll keep you posted on how that goes, and keep you updated on that. But now I wanted to get into some podcasts upcoming in the past month. Christina, what do we have in the last month that people, if they missed it, should go back and have a listen to?
Yeah, so we had some great podcasts that came out last month. We had an awesome guest from Rec Canada. Simeon Papailias is who we had. That was a great one. I enjoyed listening to that one myself. Then we had another podcast that came out on how much money you can put into one of these policies. So that is a standard question we get from folks when we're in meetings. So we thought, why not make a podcast about it, give you that information. So how much can you put in? And then two podcasts. We had people asking us to do these ones. We had a few people ask, when are you gonna talk about it? So we did the inflation podcast and then the recession podcast that came out last week. So if you missed those, you are definitely going to want to go back and check them out.
Very cool. Very cool. And, I, again, don't want to tell you the inner workings of our organization behind the scene, but congratulations on pronouncing Simeon's name. That's that was a mouthful. We were like, Simeon Papailias, I think the Papailias. Anyway, well done. Sounded exactly like he says. Next month we have got we got a really cool guest and a couple of exciting podcasts. We have Mandy Branhan, and for those of you that don't know Mandy, just Google Canada's joint venture queen Mandy Branham. She's got just an incredible story of how she got involved in real estate, how she partners with money partners, and she's the working partner, and how she grew to 100 plus units, I don't know how many doors, on crazy number of doors. So that's a really exciting podcast. We are going to do one on disability. It seems to be topical now. One of the insurance companies getting rid of disability. So we're going to talk about the importance of disability insurance, group insurance, individual, and just kind of run the comparison and tell you what you should be looking for when you're talking to your advisor. And then we have a podcast on the ideal place to save money. So if you ever wondering what characteristics you should be looking for in a place to save money, or what is the perfect spot to put it, this podcast is going to answer all those questions. So exciting month last month, exciting month coming up this month. Christina, anything else to add before we wrap up here for the monthly update?
No, I think we've covered it all. We've, checked all the boxes.
Excellent. Okay, that's the update for September. Have a great day. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Thanks for tuning into this episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell button so you always know when new content is coming out. For more helpful tips and tricks, visit our Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok pages at Control and Compound. If you want to reach out to us directly or work with us, visit our website at controlandcompound.com. The links are in the show notes below. See you next episode.